This is our copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Quick stream today. We're at the shop. Get into some news. Friday news. We have PIF. What up, Blazer? Friday, bro. We made it. Yeah, we're at the shop. Sending healing vibes to my brother. He's not feeling well, so I don't think he's coming in today. So heads up, Dwarf. It's all on you. Mad Paximus, what up, brother? Cheers to you. We're just going to tap in this Friday with some quick news. We got a report. Looks like out of BC. Might be on the Washington side. We'll get into that, as well as some alien news going around. Yeah, y'all hear the president talk? I've been hearing about it. I haven't heard it fully. I think we should get into it. Why not? Right away. This is kind of for our world, we get into aliens. Bigfoot could be an alien. We get into all sorts of strange creatures. And so, yeah, here we go. They're talking about, are aliens real? President Trump directs government to release files on extraterrestrials, UFOs, UAPs. What are they calling them these days? Let's have a listen here. This is ABC 7 Chicago. ABC 7 Chilaga. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Let's get this going.
Could aliens be out there? Ever since I was a kid, I was fascinated by this. From E.T. to Close
There we go.
Encounters of the Third Kind. And now Steven Spielberg has even directed an expected blockbuster movie coming out in June called Disclosure Day. You're wondering why we're breaking in.
Yeah, anyone hear about that? New Spielberg movie coming out. What's up, Sharon?
Disclosure Day.
And to talk to you about this on the stream. Could that be happening already? A lot of developments just in the last 10 days. And tonight in a Truth Social post, President Donald Trump now says he will direct the federal government to release any and all government files related to, quote, alien and extraterrestrial life and UFOs. But it was another president who may have renewed interest in this as well. The president's announcements coming just a few days after former President Obama said on a podcast that aliens are real. What? Yeah, take a listen to this clip from the Brian Tyler Cohen.
Obama saying are real. let's check it out. I don't know.
Podcast.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being.
Wait, what kind of aliens are we talking about here? There's so many, especially nowadays. But there's so many different varieties. I would imagine, I believe there's a bunch of different alien species. And when we say aliens, we kind of bunch them up into one alien. So it's a complex question, I think.
And kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no.
This cost a
Aussie Zoo, how you do?
fever. Obama later clarified that he saw no evidence of that, and he wrote this on Instagram, quote, "I was trying to stick with the spirit of the speed round, but since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good there's life out there. But the distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low, and I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us. Really? Exclamation point." That was what former President Obama said. Now, tonight, here it is. President Donald Trump announcing new action. He wrote on Truth Social, I'll read it to you, quote, "Based
Yeah, anyone check this out yet?
on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America." And earlier today on Air Force One, the president was asked about Obama's podcast comments.
Well, he gave
Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments after this.
classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it.
That was before his Truth Social post. Whether aliens exist has been a fascination for Americans like me for decades. And public interest really picked up again in 2017 when a group of former Pentagon and government officials started leaking these Navy videos of unknown objects to the New York Times and Politico. That led Congress to hold the first hearings on.
Yeah, what a twist there, Blazer. And it's probably so, yes. You know, we're probably hybrids of some sort. Some people already claim it. They're claiming they're Lyrians and Andromedans and starseeds and reptilians. Wow.
On UFOs in 50 years. That was in May 2022, and they've had a lot more since then. But officials said that the objects in
BMR, what up, bro? Did you get to hear our dream? I'll repeat it really quick again. I had this dream with BMR, Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob. If you didn't hear this yesterday, BMR, we were in this, it was like Red Rocks, bro. So maybe it was outside of Vegas, because over on Maverick Approaches channel, they were mentioning Red Rocks, and that was the night I had the dream. And it was like, yeah, I've never been to Red Rocks, but I've heard of it, but I've been to Vegas, and I've been to areas with reddish type rock too. So, but it was a bunch of red rocks, so it seemed like somewhere out there in the desert. But man, it had this amazing crystal clear water, and I was thinking to myself, there was a bunch of people there, and it was probably a Enterprise portal I went through. And we ended up at this place, and you were there, had your bandana on. And I couldn't get into too much details of your bandana or anything. It was just one of your groovy bandanas. But then we were all enjoying the water, and I was just thinking, man, this spot is better than Bluff Creek, because Bluff Creek is amazing, our swimming hole there. And this was it was on a whole other level. We were all having a good time. It was amazing. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping in on the dream there, Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, and bless up. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'm sure you'll be on live at some point. So we'll be checking you. Oh, wait, you're having announcement. You're having Jeremiah Byron on from Bigfoot Society. Hello. That's news. Glad you remembered that, Dorf. There's other news I wanted to report on. So big up to Jeremiah. We've been pulling up his website here, always listening to him. I'm a moderator over on his channel, and I've been missing him because he switched the schedule to early in the morning. So once I'm getting up, I think the shows are on then. And I haven't been, I stopped messing with TikTok, and I know he's been doing live call-ins over there. So super cool. He's going to be on. Post the link, Rob. Share that link. Post those hot links, folks.
These videos were likely drones. So will we now see new files released, and will they change the what possibility that there is alien life? And it's interesting, there was a debate yesterday on one of the local channels for the Senate race, and Raja Krishnamurthy, the congressman who's on some of those intelligence committees, was asked about disclosure. And he talked about it and said he's seeing classified documents and there should be more transparency in government.
Alien says release the files.
Democratic Congressman Jared Moskowitz today retweeted Trump's post saying it's time for disclosure.
And now I'm questioning, there's a spot on the way to Vegas. Anyone try the alien jerky spot? Now I'm like, ooh.
There have been a lot of hearings on this, including one just last fall in mostly the House, trying to discuss what these UAPs are. Those are what they call UFOs now, aerial phenomenon, the UAPs, what they are. And in those.
All right. So Jeremiah will be on Tuesday. Yeah, I set my notification, man. That's going to be a good one.
Testimonies at Capitol Hill. These were decorated.
Shelly, what's up? What up, Russell? We're just getting into this UFO UAP news.
Members of the military, a Navy pilot who saw that TikTok video. You probably remember that. It was
the TikTok tic tac. All right. I think the president was done and Obama was done with his part there. We're going to go ahead and switch gears here. It's a quick streamer. We are on duty solo. Yeah, we're switching gears to some Bigfoot stuff. Let's do it before they disappear this report. We try to report on a Colorado encounter that was submitted, but it disappeared, never came back. So we're going to tap this one while we have it. And it does look like on the BC side of things, right near the border there's Vancouver, not too far. Shout out to my man's up there. Now I'm downloading the file 72098. 98 was a crazy year. 2 p.m., 7.5 footer, and it's a male. No vocalization. And let's see the description of the encounter here. It says, this happened to me when I was around 8 years old. Time and date are approximate. I remember clearly I lived in a rural area. My family's land was much more wooded than it is today. In fact, most of the community was heavily wooded, surrounded by lakes in the foothills of the mountains. Just the way I like it. And so does Bigfoot. I grew up in the woods, spending most of my childhood outside, as we all should. Because of this, I'm very familiar, as I clear my throat, with bears, coyotes, cougars, etc. Nice. I see these creatures stroll through my yard regularly. My parents had no issues with my younger sister and I playing in the wooded area of our property, so long as we followed rules. Keep the dog with you, make lots of noise when you enter, and let any potential wildlife know that you were present. And if you encounter an animal, make yourself big, talk loud, and back away slowly. Good advice. But then again, it depends. If we're talking like a grizzly bear, aren't you supposed to play dead? I think play possum. Oh, that'd be a tough one. And then the other way around for the black bears and stuff. Someone let us know if we are incorrect, because we need to get that straight. Additional comments. So on this day in the 1990s, I was outside alone, except for the companionship of my 100-pound yellow lab, Kodiak. We called him Cody. Woo woo! What up, Cody? This dog was something else. Awesome. If my parents told the dog to stay with me and my sister, he wouldn't. I think we're getting a customer here. Give me 1 second, folks. What up, man? All right. Where are we? Let's see. All right. There we go. We back. Dang it. Anyone spot a squatch? No? Let's get back to this. Where were we? Slight interruption there. That's how it happens. We're live and on duty at the shop here. Sky's the limit smoke shop, folks. 3925 East Olympic Boulevard, East Los Angeles. Tap in with us. So, if my parents told the dog to stay with me and my sister, he wouldn't leave our side. He even saved my cousin's life when he was swept down a river at the age of 5. Whoa, this dog is something else. That's amazing. Part of the family for sure. This dog was amazing, loyal to the end. I remember it was afternoon when I entered the forest, Cody by my side. I knew the route to take through the woods to get to a little fort my sister and I had built. At a certain point along the route, it opened up to a little grassy clearing with sapling trees. Just beyond that, a thicket sprouted. That was where our fort was located. I recalled that nothing fell off about my trek. My dog didn't sense anything either until I approached the clearing. I stood frozen in place there. About 15 feet ahead of me was an enormous ape-like figure walking across the clearing. Whoa. It was around 7.5 to 8 feet tall. Dark brown hair covered the body, maybe around 5 inches long. Whoa, that is pretty long hair there, bro. In the sun, it appeared more russet, some more of like a rusty color, reddish, I would imagine, brick. It had long arms, noticeably longer than its legs, which swayed slightly as it strode. At the same time, I noticed this creature. My dog did too. Out of our character, he turned on a dime and ran back down the trail towards home. The dog said, "Peace, bro. I'm out of this one. You're on your own." Leaving me behind. I believe it was this sudden movement that caught the attention of the creature because it paused mid-stride and looked at me. Oof. Its eyes almost had a red eye effect. Interesting. Put that in the notes that one would expect in an old photography taken at night. All right. I'm not sure if it was the reflection of the sun that caused this effect. I was frozen as it made eye contact with me for a couple of seconds. Then it turned its head and continued to walk out of the clearing and into the forest. As it was out of sight, I turned and sprinted toward home. I never told my mom and dad until I was well into my 20s. But I told my sister right away. To this day, all right, let's see this. To this day, she remembers I was terrified to go to sleep at night because our home was single story. My bedroom windows were at a height that something could easily peer in. And you know they're known for doing that, peeping Bigfoot. Which is creepy as hell, especially for kids too. They're known to, stare at kids' playgrounds or wherever they may be playing, or schools, I would imagine. Which is interesting about the aliens and the alien landings supposedly that have happened in different countries, Australia, I believe, and Africa. Was it South Africa? Or was it Mozambique? Where was it? Somewhere in Africa, right? It's not coming to me. And the shout out was to Thomas Steenberg up in BC, brother. Salute to you. Hopefully I get to see you later this year. And so the single story house and the possibility of it peering through the window there, yeah, that would get me too. So I ended up covering the lower part of my bedroom window with tinfoil. Good idea, to obstruct the view inside for years. Wow. That's something I would have done too. So color dark brown. And so the nearest town there, let's check it out. Let's drop the Squatch. And you can see a bunch of other there's a red one right nearby there, but I see Langley nearby. That's about the closest. Let's see. Let's drop it a little more. There's a Langley 3. Kanaka Creek Regional Park, Highway 272. And excuse me, chat, for I'm not tapping in there. I see Amanda. Cheers, Amanda. Yeah, cheers to everybody. We're just tapping in really quick, y'all. Quick live stream for Friday. You got a Squatch report, some the alien report from our former presidents there. And that's a wrap for that. Let's head on back over here. Boom, pop us up like this. And really quick, let's see. I think we might have pulled this up before. We'll give this a shot. We haven't done our weather report, and we'll probably skip that because we're going to share a little video clip. So this is a video from a thermal camera. We had set up several thermal cameras after that light incident in my tent at Bluff Creek. Yeah, our buddy Damon was like, dude, let your camera set up your thermals, aim them at your tent, and just let them roll. See if anything else happens tonight. And so we did that. There I am. We did that, and I shared a little clip. So we didn't capture anything. The newer thermal, which is pretty teched out. I'm really enjoying it and learning more and more how to use it. Ran for hours, and it got a bunch of stuff. I've zoomed through it really quick just to see if I could pick up any anomalies, because I can't imagine watching video clips as someone drives away with their water on top of their car. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff to go through. So luckily you could zoom through it and you'll be able to notice if you notice something weird. And I haven't noticed anything, but on the Taipan, let's see. It's a different model, same company, AGM Thermal, but it's a Taipan model, and I forget the number specs on it. But I left that running, and I set that up on my car, on my truck. And we let it run, and there was just one moment that I noticed that it moved. So I don't know what the hell it was. I don't think it wasn't my truck, like a door slamming. I think we were pretty much deep into sleep by this hour. And we're gonna let this play. Let's see here. So there was a slight movement of the thermal camera. So something like either nudged it or, and it's weird because it was sat there for hours, and all of a sudden, several hours into the recording, it suddenly moved. So hopefully I got it queued up to that spot. Again, you might have seen this before. I think I threw this in the longer video. And here we go. Maybe it happened already, or maybe it's going to happen. We'll see here. You'll see a slight movement of the thermal camera. Hopefully it is rolling. I see numbers moving. And so it made me think, what could have nudged the therm there? And it was pretty much up like at window level of my truck. I set it on the hood of my truck. And what a surprise. We do have brother rolling in. So guess he's not feeling good, but still coming in. Who knows? Doesn't seem to be showing that particular clip. Of course, bro. Oh, man, we tried. Let's see, it might be coming up. Maybe it happened right away as soon as I hit play. I'll let it roll a few more seconds here. Here, let's zoom through it. Maybe that'll help. There we go. See that? Look at that right there. So something nudged the camera right there. So let's let it roll right here. What up, bro? I thought you were going to take the day off. He said, hell no. He said, there's no time for that. All right. So you guys noticed that when I was scrubbing it back and forth there. Let's see. Did it pass by already? There we go. You see that? And it wasn't calibrate. I don't think it was calibrating because it would tell you. It usually has a little notification that says calibrating, and a lot of the thermals calibrate every so often. But yeah, it seemed like something nudged it there. Who knows what it was? Yeah, we didn't spot anything else. I haven't spotted anything else on these thermal clips from that particular night. But yeah, I thought I'd share that again. I do like sharing a lot of the personal footage that we get. And yeah, another who knows at a Bluff Creek. So that's Louse Camp there. And we're going to go ahead and stop that. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, there you have it. A little bit of news, a Bigfoot and alien report. Are aliens real? Yes. And let me tap back into the chat really quick. I see Poncho Zorch up in here. Saw it move, says Amanda. Shelly says she missed it. I don't know. Yes, definitely movement, says Ozzy Sue. I'm glad y'all are catching that. Yeah, you might have to rewind if you didn't see Shelly. Amanda, hi, says Sharon. Poncho Zorge tapping in. Let's see. Nope. Says Blazer. What's he noping about? Nope. Our sleep is off. Up all night, sleep all day. Yeah, Blazer's been partying. Party hard, Blazer. And yeah, let's remind everyone where we're broadcasting from. And this is NorCal, Southern Oregon Bigfoot Project. Sky's the Limit Skywatch Squad. yeah, we keep our eyes out. And yes, we do have a lot of UFO stuff. I know Coley's definitely deep into the UFO subject. So there's some stuff I want to share with her over on SNX radio and footage and stuff like that. But yeah, we're here. Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop open this weekend. There's a couple of punk shows, I believe. When tomorrow, bro? Punk shows tonight. Tonight. Punk show tonight. Who knows what time? Cafe Nina now serving till 2 p.m., folks. So just so you know that if you try to come to the coffee shop, they're trying to, I think they're opening, it sounds like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. You could come by, get your matcha, get your hot chocolate, coffee, and other beverages. I'm sure they got some teas there and pastries, probably some pan dulce, Mexican style, estilo mexicano. I wonder if they got champurrado or anything like that. I wonder if they have champurrado. Anyone know champurrado? Anyway, maybe some warm horchata would be nice. No dairy, brown rice, some cinnamon. Tap in with your boy. My shop spread there. Yeah, y'all have a good weekend. Take care. World's getting wild. Watch the little ones. Hopefully Twitch. So we are testing something else. I usually, when I go live and I multi-stream, we're on different platforms. Hopefully streaming right now because I kept the same stream links. Bless you, bro. What do they call them? There's links that you need so you could put into your software so you could stream from that particular platform. I forget they call them stream keys, link keys, something like that. And you're supposed to put them in so you could multi-stream. And so what I do is I usually take them all down, most of them, like Instagram, Rumble, and Kick. I'll remove them and then renew them every time we go stream again. But I noticed I think I'm able to not do that and just keep the ones that I have and keep on using it. I don't think, because I remember on TikTok I was told you were supposed to. We're not on TikTok anymore. I mean, my page is still there, but we haven't been messing with it. You have to get a new stream key every time you were going to stream. So I don't know. It got a little complicated. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure, and so I don't mess up the stream. But we are streaming, so hopefully we are on all the other platforms as well, and so we don't have to do all that. And in case we need to go live for like a chase or something like that, we just hop in, maybe throw our little title on top, and then boom, hit the live, and don't have to do all the stream key and this and that and the third. So we're dropping some links there. All right, a little half-hour stream today, folks. It's a sunny one out here in LA, and it's supposed to get warmer. I heard 80 next week. Man, we're going from low temps, storms, to back up to almost like summer type weather. Get a grip, folks. All right, here we go. We up out of here. One second. Gotta find our outro down here. Much love, y'all. Stay safe. We out.